Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here today with an edition of Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Word on the Street. Mikey, who I just interviewed the other night, as in Mike and Chelsea, you guys know who he is, um, decided to totally expose Chelsea. He put it all out there even after in my interview he said he wasn't going to. But let's get right into this to see what happened and why. So, first off, I just want to start off with some current cast members of Love During Lockup from the season. Jamaica is sick AF, okay? So sick, she's in bed with tissue up her nose. This is how sick she is, guys, okay?
Else they don't play with us. This ain't that. This ain't Texas. So, yep, I got tissue in my nose because this side is stopped up. It keeps switching sides. So I can't breathe. It's the only way I'm able to breathe if I plug up one side. I sound like a tractor trailer, like Batman. So like Batman's sister. Like I'm done. I'm in my bed with my body pillow, all my pillows. I love pillows. My bed, warm and cozy. At least I only have sneezing and a runny nose and a headache. Other than that, I'm cool. Thank God. But I'm over here messed up, y'all. I'm messed up, man.
So I hope Jamaica is feeling better soon. Because hopefully we will get together soon and do a recap slash interview. Now, Jamaica just may need some of Kate's self care. Okay, I'm looking forward to talking with Kate this weekend. Keep your notifications on, you guys. I will be interviewing and recapping with her this weekend. So maybe all Jamaica needs is a little bit of self care from Kate and Bradley and Savannah are enjoying the snow and their snow days. So now let's get into the meat of this because I know you guys want to know what the fuck is going on with Mike and Chelsea. So, as you guys may or may not remember, back in June, Mike was arrested on DV charges. And Chelsea was all over the interweb saying that Mike was going back to jail for a very long time, that he is a bad person, and blah blah blah. So these are posts from back in June when Chelsea was posting to her Facebook that Mike is going back to jail. He's going to be there for a long time. He's a bad person. She even threw her Cash App up in one of these posts in case anybody wanted to send her money at the time. So now I interviewed Mike on Saturday, and it seemed like shit just started to hit the fan. So Mike posted this to his Facebook today, 18 hours ago. He said, "Look, everyone, I'm going to set the story straight. After Chelsea lied on me and got me arrested for DB, I so willingly started talking to her again. And since then, my life has been hell. I've done nothing but be good to her, and she just kept on and kept on trying to hurt me. She called the place where I worked and told them a bunch of lies trying to get me fired. And then when I confronted her and told her that I didn't want no part of her anymore, she blocked me on everything and then calls my PO and tells him that I'm stalking her. The woman has literally lost her mind and she needs real mental help. It is sad at this point. She's calling me a narcissist, and I've never done one bad thing to that woman but bend over backwards and love her unconditionally. But all she wants to do is to keep trying to hurt me, and she makes me a monster. One, she really needs to look in the mirror because I haven't done anything but love her. Is that a crime? Because that's all I've done, and I've got treated like shit, trying to get me arrested and taking me away from my kids because she is mad because I left her, and I have every message to prove that I left her, and no one is stalking her. No one is doing anything to her Facebook accounts. The girl is literally delusional, and it hurts me because I do love the girl. But there's a time where you got to draw a line in the sand, start to back the fuck up because I love me too, and I got to think about me, and I don't want to be around someone trying to destroy me. And all I have to say is, okay. So Mike posted these to his Facebook. On the left is a series of messages that I also put in my interview with Mike, between Mike and Chelsea, where she basically openly admits that her and her friend Shantae lied about Mike assaulting Chelsea at the lake that day, which resulted him getting arrested in 4 DV charges. Then when I spoke with Mike, and he told me when he heard from one of Chelsea's friends that she called his PO on him and told his PO that Mike was stalking Chelsea. He got really angry, and I don't blame him because he even warned Chelsea during our interview, just to leave him alone and just to go down her lane and he'll live his life. That he had stuff against her, but he wouldn't specify what stuff he had against her. I knew what he was talking about, but you know, he confided in me, and he said he didn't want to put the stuff out there because he didn't want to hurt her children. But Chelsea is doing everything in her power to try to keep him away from his. So Mike got angry. I really don't blame him. And he posted to his Facebook and deleted within like an hour or so because he didn't want Chelsea's children to see this. But of course, once you post something, it will get screen recorded. And I would like to thank my little birdie. You know who you are. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for thinking of me during your health crises, and while you're in the ICU unit, for thinking of me and my channel and capturing this and sending it to me. So Mike originally posted this to Facebook and then took it down because he didn't want, Chelsea's kids to see this. So the video has no sound, but and it's not a really good one, but you can see Chelsea in her bedroom doing something that she probably shouldn't be doing. Let's just put it that way. Okay? So, like I said, Mike posted this to his Facebook and then took it down because he, was thinking of her children. Okay, so once he posted, of course, the people jumped in the comments and they had tons of questions. They wanted to know why Mike had access to the video cameras in Chelsea's house. Is Chelsea telling the truth that he is actually spying on her? So, first he said, and I'm posting it because she's bashing me, saying I'm stalking her. She called my employer and told them a bunch of lies and reached out to my PO trying to get me arrested, all because I don't want to be with her. So someone asked, how do you have access to the videos in her house? And someone else said, he is obviously spying on her. She said he was just now. And someone else said, wow, she even called your job. That's not okay. I'm sorry you have to go through this with her continuously. So someone else asked, was this the video from when you were living with her? And someone point out the date on the bottom of the videos, December 20th, 2024. I'm wanting to know how he got this video too because things are not adding up to me. So Mike replies, no, she wanted to use my cameras in my account, so I kindly let her use it, and I logged in one day and found this. So Mike, being the nice guy, open hearted, kind hearted guy that he is, lets Chelsea use cameras, use his account, use his login info, and he I discovered this one day. Okay. And he held on to these videos because he didn't want to damage her children any further. But she seems to have no qualms about taking him away from his kids, and particularly his daughter, who she didn't want to spend the Christmas holidays with. Check out my interview with Mike for more on all of this. But I want to share these with you. Mike exclusively shared these videos with me. They are better quality than the ones that he put up on Facebook. There is no sound to them. So I am just going to blow this up so you guys can see this. And so here we have Chelsea partaking in activities that she probably shouldn't be doing, especially with children in the next room, from what I understand. So that is basically it. Um, Mike warned her. Mike warned her during our interview that he just wanted to live his life and to leave him alone. That he didn't want to do this, but and I'm not condoning this in any way, you guys, because you know her children are going to see this, but he felt like he had no choice in a way because she just keeps doing things over and over. And she has a pattern with exes. I mean, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I had interviewed the ex that Chelsea talks about on TV that was so abusive to her. I talked to his sister, and it was like a totally different story. So I'm gonna play a little bit from my interview with Mike on Saturday, where he talks about what happened that day at the lake. Okay, if you haven't checked out the full interview, please do. So this is me and Mike talking about that day at the lake in June. Go back to that day. What happened
Okay.
that day at the lake?
Okay, so we was due to start filming for the show Life After Lockup.
Right.
We are supposed to have cameras at our house in 2 days. I took every bit of my savings, which was like close to $4,000, and started putting it into the house. So when the cameras got there, you know, they would see that we fixed the house up and done some things.
Right.
So we're 2 days out. We've finished the kitchen as far as painting one of the rooms, but we still have the living room and all the trim. She stays out all night with her friend Shantae. and I don't know where they're at. And then finally at 2 a.m., I find out that they're a block away from the house at a lake camping. So I go over there. I didn't get out of my car. I just like did a circle and I spun some gravel and let them know I was there, and I was pissed. And I went back
Right.
home and I went to bed.
Right.
I woke up the next morning to Chelsea loving on me, telling me, I'm sorry, I just needed to get away, some space, da 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 da. And I was like, I don't care. I was like, can we just get this house finished? We're going to have cameras at the house in 2 days. Can we just finish painting?
Right.
And she said, yeah, let's do it. Shantae will help. And I was like, great, let's get it done. So we start painting. We paint for roughly around an hour. And then Chelsea comes to me and she said, hey, we need to go check on Shantae's tent. So we'll be back in a few minutes. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I didn't think anything about it. But as I'm watching them get ready, they're grabbing backpacks, grabbing things. And I'm thinking, no, they're not going, going to be gone 5 minutes. They're going to be gone for a while.
Right.
So I called her out on it. I was like, dude, just let her go check on it. It's her tent. You stay
She's
here
like
and help
trying
me
to
paint.
sneak away, right? Yeah.
Right.
She was trying to ditch him, guys.
Right. So they leave. I got 3 paint roller pans laid out with paint rollers in them. And this paint is like $400 for a 5-gallon bucket. So I've got all this shit laid out, plastic, plaster tape, and they stay gone. It's pushing almost 2 hours. And I'm like, where the F are you at? And she's like, we're over here at the lake. I said, well, you need to get your asses back because this paint's drying in these pans. We need to get this shit finished. She's like, I'm not coming there while you got an attitude. And I was like, Chelsea, I'm upset because you're leaving while we're in the middle of doing this. And we're supposed to have cameras here in 2 days, So I went over there. I was pissed. I pulled up. I walked up. She's sitting there nonchalant, smoking weed. I blooped on her. And I told her, I was like, I'm done. I'm fucking done with this dumbass shit. And her friend Shantae, she's all getting in the middle of it and everything. And then Chelsea stands up and gets in my face and starts yelling, no, I'm done. I'm fucking done. So I was like, fuck this. I'm leaving. So I got in my car, drove to the house. I was at the house for maybe an hour and I heard boom, boom, boom. I thought, what the fuck? I walk out, it's the cops. He didn't let me say a word. He didn't let me give my side of the story, nothing. He just told me to turn around, place my hands behind my back. I was being arrested for domestic violence for choking Chelsea Gillum. And he said that there was witnesses that said that I choked her. And this man wouldn't hear me out or nothing. And I was like, dude, you're not arresting me. And he's like, yeah, I am. And I was like, you've not investigated this. He said, I've done all the investigating I need to do. I said, you've not even heard my story. And he was like, well, I've got witnesses, so I don't need to hear your story.
So did she have any marks or anything?
So in the statement, the police officer, he literally said, I observed Chelsea Gillum. Ooh, it's bright. He said, I observed Chelsea Gillum's neck, and there was some red spots, but her neck's sleeved out with tattoos like mine.
Right, exactly.
And so they told him that I choked her, I ripped her necklace off of her, and I threw the necklace in the lake. Well, they showed him a necklace to take pictures of. So if I threw a necklace in the lake.
How did they have the necklace? Yeah.
Right. So this cop ain't even putting 2 and 2 together.
So there you go. That is Mike's story of what happened that day at the lake. The charges were dropped against him by the prosecutor. He showed the prosecutor the messages between him and Chelsea, where Chelsea basically admitted she lied, and the charges were dropped. But unfortunately, because Mike gets lonely and horny, and he has no one in Ohio, all of his people are in Kentucky, he calls Chelsea. He goes looking for her, and the cycle repeats. So now, hopefully, this cycle is finally over because Mike does see that she is trying to destroy him. And it's only a pattern. Okay. Chelsea has a pattern of pulling the victim card. Oh, look at me. I'm the poor, innocent deaf girl, which, as the daughter of a deaf mute schizophrenic who did everything she could to raise me, really pisses me the fuck off. But that's a video for another day. So, in my opinion, Chelsea uses the poor deaf girl excuse to manipulate and to be vindictive. And like I said, if you haven't checked it out before, I'm going to put the link in my description box. I interviewed Stephanie, who is Rocky's sister. Rocky is the ex that Chelsea spoke about during her first season of Love During Lockup, the one that was so abusive. Yes, so I interviewed Stephanie about a year ago, and her version and Chelsea's version are black and white, just like Chelsea's hair that first season. So, anyway, Mike, as for him, he knows I wish him nothing but the best. Okay? He's a great dad. His kids love him. And like he says, for every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. So I hope he takes his own advice. I hope he listens to me and fucking blocks her from everywhere. He actually tried today to go to a judge to get a restraining order, and the judge basically told him to go fuck himself because he hasn't been assaulted by Chelsea yet, and they only give restraining orders when you're physically assaulted. From what I understand from Mike, the judge was really rude. Mike was not happy. Um, I advised him, and Mike, if you're listening to me, block her from everywhere. Okay? Please. I know it's hard, especially those cold, lonely nights, but like I told you, check your DMs. I'm sure there's tons of nice chicks in there that would love to have a conversation with you. Whatever you have to do to fulfill, but do not go back to Chelsea. So, a couple of more things before I let you guys go. It's a love after lockup baby boom. Oh, yes, it is. Not only are Deontay and his baby mama Addie having a boy, which they are going to name Deontay Jr., and the little boy is due on my son's 21st birthday, July 17th, which is incredibly ironic to me. Zaria and Troy announced that they are pregnant due August 2025. And Zaria clapped back at someone who said, "Why doesn't your son live with you?" And she said, "Why do y'all come on the internet with lies? Our son lives with us. He has his own room in his house, and Troy drops him off and picks him up every day from school. So why you making up BS? Mind your business when it comes to our kids for real." So, Zaria and Troy, congratulations on being parents again. But as we all know, babies are really fucking expensive, especially with the price of inflation and everything going up. Um, so I guess that's why Troy dropped a new video on his OnlyFans, and Zaria is advertising wigs. I'm not sure if this is her or a collaboration with a bunch of people, but yeah, you guys are gonna need all the side gigs you can get. Babies are really expensive. And speaking of babies, Jade and Chris are having a baby. Chris, who was released in the middle of November, boy, that happened really, really quick. So congratulations to Jade and Chris. And speaking of babies, and this is really, really tragic, Chance, also known as Earl, and his baby mama, Alyssa, their baby, this story just, I just want to cry. Their baby has a severe case of spina bifida, and actually, Taylor shared the GoFundMe to her Facebook. She said, "I'm sharing this not only for the people who would like to donate, but if you can't donate, please pray for them to have strength and pray that baby Liam gets the best fighting chance he can. Any advice on programs that will help them will be greatly appreciated. This is Mason's baby brother." I just got to say that Taylor is a better woman than me. Okay. The fact that she is embracing Alyssa, the woman that Chance cheated on and left her for, and this whole situation, um, I can't say what I would do if I was in Taylor's shoes, but this is a very nice thing that Taylor did by sharing the GoFundMe on her Facebook. They have raised $600 so far out of a 10K goal. All I have to say is this is my statement on this whole thing. My heart goes out to baby Liam. This is very tragic. So heartbreaking. I mean, beyond heartbreaking. And I really hope that baby Liam's parents are not taking advantage of this to try to make some money. Okay, I hope that Alyssa is looking into Medicaid, government assistance, hospitals, programs that can help her. There are tons of resources out there. Um, I just hope that they're just not taking this opportunity just to grift, because then that would be totally fucking disgusting. So before I let you guys go, just some miscellaneous updates. Um, Teeny and Rob are still together. Daniel is looking for a roommate because Bianca left his ass and went back to Florida. And Kim and Joey and the kids looking fantastic. Um, Brittany as a Key Rock and Brittany, her best friend. Here's her bestie. Um, it wouldn't be word on the street without Mandy and Maurice. You guys know that, and they, went to Vegas and they've been hanging out in the casinos and living their best life. Even though Maurice is still in the wheelchair. Um, Andrea showing woman power. Okay, shouting out Chevelle on her stories, saying how proud she is of her. Um, Eris is obsessed with her baby boy Lyric. His face is so cute. Yes, I totally agree. And we have Haley with her partner, who she lovingly calls Tater Tot. So, all I want to say before I let you guys go is all baddies, including me, own a cat. And my cat's name is Tiger, and she is huge, and she is biting my toes as we speak. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. For some reason, I lost about 125 subscribers in the month of December, which means YouTube is fucking playing me. So just double check and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Share my video with a friend or 10. I will be doing my recap for the last episode of Love During Lockup. I am going to try to get that out to you guys today, tomorrow at the latest. And that's basically it. Thank you so much. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.